Stop, folks! Stop! Back up!
The manhunt continues this morning for the shooter who killed right-wing activist Charlie Kirk during an event on a Utah college campus yesterday. We'll have the latest on the investigation and local reaction.
And after nearly 3 weeks of missed school due to a strike in the Evergreen public schools, a deal may have finally been reached. We'll tell you when students may be able to return to class.
And today marks 24 years since terrorist attacks on September 11, 2001. This is a live look from Ground Zero Memorial. Coming up, we'll show you how people are commemorating the day across the United States and here at home. KGW News at Sunrise starts right now. Good morning and thank you for joining us. I'm China Green.
And I'm Drew Carney. We do have a lot to get to news-wise this hour, but first we're going to check in with Chris McGinnis and Rod Hill for a look at weather and traffic.
Hi, good morning. Kind of a simple weather day today in terms of what's going on. Our typical, we have low clouds. It's one of those days where the low clouds may or may not break this afternoon where you are, and there could be some patchy drizzle with them as you're out and about this morning. There's our state capital, light winds, 59 degrees. Here's a look from our Vancouver, the Springs at the waterfront live camera, looking, of course, at the I-5 bridge there across the Columbia, 61 degrees. To the bus stop we go. You're getting the kids ready. Probably still overcast at noon, so not terribly warm, 66 degrees. Kids get out of school today. We'll start to be looking for sunbreak activity, and if we get it, we'll get up into the 70s. Here's Chris.
Ron, thanks for that. We pick it up with a traffic alert on the St. John's Bridge. It looks like westbound lanes are blocked with some debris or something is hanging up the drive right now. And you can see traffic is alternating very slowly over the bridge. So again, big heads up there if that's part of your commute from Highway 30 or to and from North and Northwest Portland over the St. John's Bridge. That is trouble spot number 1 this morning. Otherwise, as we check out some of the other commutes, the freeway drive out of Clark County looks pretty good on I-5 at SR 14. And I-205 rolling right along over the Glen Jackson Bridge. So other than the St. John's Bridge issue, guys, our freeway drive is still in pretty good shape at this hour.
All right, thank you, Chris. We do have some breaking news to get to locally this morning. Starting in Vancouver, Evergreen public school students could soon be returning to class. The district says it's reached a tentative agreement with the group of workers who have been on strike now for nearly 3 full weeks.
But even with the tentative agreement, there's still no school today for Evergreen kids who have now missed the first 12 days of the school year. Sunrise reporter Thomas Schultz joined us from district headquarters with the latest. So Thomas, what happens next?
Yeah, well, guys, now those striking workers decide to either vote to approve or reject that tentative agreement. And these are people like paraeducators and maintenance workers. That vote is going to happen tonight at around 8 p.m. If the contract is approved, Evergreen Schools' superintendent says schools will begin on Friday. That would be a big relief to many families here in Southwest Washington. The school year was supposed to begin on August 26, but nearly 3 weeks later, those kids are still out of class. Throughout the strike, nearly 1,400 classified staff, like those paraeducators and maintenance staff, have pushed for better pay and staff stability. Though recently, these disputes have gotten even messier. The school district has threatened to sue the union in order to end the strike, arguing that the strike is illegal under Washington state law. Still, the district has said a lawsuit is a last resort. Now, of course, later today, we'll find out if the union, those 1,400 workers, do decide to actually strike or actually continue that strike or approve the deal. But guys, it's getting a little bit complicated up here in Southwest Washington. Evergreen has workers on strike. Vancouver Public Schools may soon have workers on strike. That's something we're going to get to in the next half hour. And even another one just to add on to it, La Center has teachers that are on strike as well, guys.
All right, Thomas Schultz live for us this morning in Vancouver.
Amy!
Just some of the chaos yesterday at Utah Valley University after someone shot and killed right-wing activist Charlie Kirk during a speaking event on the campus. The manhunt continues this morning for the person responsible.
NBC's Bofta Imam has more on this for us from Washington, D.C.
In the hours after conservative activist Charlie Kirk was fatally shot in a brazen attack, armed officers swarmed Utah Valley University, while Utah's governor sent this message.
I want to be very clear that this is a political assassination.
Witnesses say immediately before the shooting, Kirk was taking questions from an audience member about mass shootings and gun violence. Moments later, fear ripped through campus.
It was terrifying. None of us knew what was going on.
Kirk co-founded the youth organization Turning Point USA back in 2012. With millions of online supporters, he's credited with being a one-of-a-kind organizer, mobilizing the youth vote for Trump.
TikTok helped, but Charlie Kirk helped also.
I truly believe that President Trump, throughout these last couple of years, overcoming all these odds is one of the greatest stories ever told.
And it was Trump who announced his death on social media, ordered flags to be flown at half-staff, and later gave remarks in a 4-minute video.
It's a long past time for all Americans and the media to confront the fact that violence and murder are the tragic consequence of demonizing those with whom you disagree.
But on Capitol Hill, most stayed away from politics and leaned in.
Please rise for a moment of prayer.
To swift bipartisan condemnation.
This is detestable, what's happened. Political violence has become all too common in American society.
Not kind of a loss of words. It is, a horrendous thing to see.
Kirk's event was the first stop of a multi-state tour. Now it's the last place many will remember seeing him. Now, Kirk is survived by his wife and 2 children. Back at Utah Valley University, classes have been canceled and the campus is closed for now. China, back to you.
Both Imam reporting live for us this morning from Washington, D.C. Now let's bring in Corey Johnson in the newsroom. Corey, how are local lawmakers reacting to this?
Well, China politicians across the political spectrum have condemned yesterday's violence. Now, yesterday, Governor Tina Kotek ordered all flags at Oregon public institutions to be flown at half-staff until sunset on September 14th. In a statement, Kotek saying in part, this attack is inexcusable. Violence has absolutely no place in our democracy. America is better than this. Oregon Senator Jeff Merkley also tweeted, "My thoughts are with the Kirk family and with the Utah Valley University community. Opposing views should never be suppressed with violence." And Oregon House Republican leader Christine Drazan released a statement saying the shocking assassination of Charlie Kirk should horrify every American who believes in free speech and public debate. That statement going on to say any extremist who has called for violent action against their political opponents should be ashamed of what they have brought on our country. Violence and hatred must end. Reaction to yesterday's fatal shooting continues to pour in across the country. We'll continue to bring you the latest from the newsroom. Drew.
All right, thank you, Corey Johnson, live in our newsroom this morning. Of course, this story will continue to develop and we'll continue to cover it here on the air as well as online at KGW.com. We also expect NBC News to bring us a special report this morning at some point on yesterday's shooting of Charlie Kirk. When that happens, we plan to take it live.
Your time now is 6:08. A new request from the U.S. Department of Justice is raising questions about voter privacy in Washington. The DOJ has asked the Secretary of State's office for a complete copy of the state's voter registration database within 14 days. That includes full names, birth dates, addresses, and partial Social Security or driver's license numbers. Similar requests went out to more than 20 other states. Secretary of State Steve Hobbs says that he will not release any data until the DOJ explains how it would be used.
All right, Wells Fargo Skycam, a live look from there this morning of downtown Portland. Rod Hill been hanging out in the Weather Center this morning trying to put together that weekend forecast. But first, Rob, we got to get through Thursday.
Yeah, I got to get through the day. Tomorrow, then it's the weekend. Today looks like it's a gray start, maybe some patchy drizzle. Probably still cloudy at noon. In fact, if you look at my timeline, I still have us at 69 degrees at 2 o'clock. We will need some late day sun breaks to get up into the low 70s or probably 75 at most. Winds will be on the light side out there, and that's what we have right now from the northwest. Providence Park live camera. Can't see the cloud cover, but it's up there over the stadium. Timbers plays Saturday night. 59 is the number. East-northeast, it's a light wind at 2 miles per hour. Temperatures for you, 59 up in Battleground. Again, just kind of a typical. It's cloudy. It's a calm morning. And for the most part, we're dry. Don't be shocked if you all of a sudden notice a little bit of mist coming down on your windshield, or if you're out taking a walk this morning, some patchy drizzle. Certainly a possibility. 59 Kaiser, Salem, and down into Albany. This afternoon, this is the finale of this pattern. It's produced every day scattered showers and storms east of the Cascades. We'll see quite a bit of activity refire today. Temperatures in the 60s and 70s because of that. But here on the west side of the Cascades, all dry this afternoon. The question is, will we get some sun breaks or not? We have 60s at the coast and trying to get up into the 70s for the valley. Tomorrow, I think it's early clouds and then probably sunny before noon, 78, 83 on Saturday, so some warming days. But you wake up Sunday morning, it looks like it will be raining, and then we've got scattered showers in the afternoon that could linger into Monday morning. Other than that, we go on a dry, sunny, low humid run starting Tuesday. Here's Chris.
Rod, thanks for that. We pick it up with that traffic alert on the St. John's Bridge. ODOT now calling this a disabled vehicle, which is hanging up traffic both directions across the bridge. Now, it appears that the disabled vehicle is right about there, so it's on the west end of the bridge. But traffic has been stacked up on both Bridge Avenue ramps, and then the westbound traffic has been periodically stopped as well. So this is a major, major pinch point right now in north and northwest Portland, getting between St. John's and Highway 30. So just prepare for some extra time here as ODOT works to get that situation resolved. Obviously, traffic's going to be tied up here for quite a while on that side of town.